Hello, everyone, and oh my, are you in for a treat? My guest today is Stephanie, and she wants her son to invite her over so that she can spend time with her grandchildren, and he's consistently a no. And this kind of rejection is just ripping this lovable grandmother to shreds. Her heart is broken. What to do? Oh, I know. Let's do the work. Follow Stephanie, follow along. All together, let's do the work. Hello, dears. Hello. Welcome to Self-Inquiry. I call it the work, and it really isn't for those of us that have very open minds. It's not work at all. It's just, we just think of something like a concept, and we don't try to dismiss it. It's invited, and then we question it. Doesn't mean it's false. It doesn't mean, just self-realization, just you with you, a way to identify and question the thoughts that cause all the suffering, discontent, and from the bottom to the top, all of it, to identify what we're thinking and believing, the cause of our suffering, and how to question it. So those of you new to the work, welcome. And I'm a little clumsy, and people in this community have a lot of patience with me. So just kind of hang in and take what matters to you, and just anything else, just kind of let it go and notice and hang in, and could be something for you here. I think that's all I have to say about that. Just welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Shannon.
I had a question when it comes to complaints. Katie, what are your thoughts on preferences? Do preferences turn into complaints when there's emotion behind the preference? Do you have preferences?
Sure, I have preferences, like sitting here with you. I mean, it's my preference, or I'd be like phony or trying to prove something but not show it, and wondering if what I'm saying is special. That's not being with you. What do I love about preferences? I have no complaint on me, and I have no complaint on you so far. Just gratitude. I love authenticity, and I love inauthenticity as well, because if I'm not listening as closely, then I look to myself, and if I don't prefer to listen to any more of it, I make it known, and I'm grateful for what I did here, because it shows me what I want and what I don't want. But it's a life of freedom without having to change other people. And it keeps me busy changing myself. Did I even come close to answering your question? I don't even remember if I recalled it correctly.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Over the weekend, I was in a place that was so hot, and being pregnant, I felt so uncomfortable. And I felt like this complaining kind of come up because I was starting to feel like I was going to pass out. And so with complaints and preferences, my preferences in that moment was to be in somewhere, be cooler, but I couldn't because of the circumstance. So I found myself in the physical condition that I was in, subtly being irritated by the heat.
Yeah.
And that's a complaint, right?
Yes. I complain about the heat. It's too hot for me. And then you could just notice, is it true? And your answer could be, well, hell yes, it's too hot. Sometimes our answers come out like, is it true? Yes. And sometimes there's some humor in it. It's like, yeah, it's true, and you were too hot. And then notice how you react when you believe the thought. And for me, do I snap at other people? And do I take myself out of the situation if possible, rather than just stay to please someone? Just notice how I react when I believe the thought is too hot. I'm pregnant. And so your preference, was to be there, and then your preference maybe was to find a cooler situation.
Yeah.
And we just, and just to notice that it's nothing we have to argue for. I've been known to leave whole groups of people because I wanted to go one way and they didn't. And I take them with me wherever I go, never alone. And I love that they go their way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, and then some of them actually turned around and did follow, and it's not required. I love to be with people or without people, because people live in my head, whether I'm with them or without them. They're who I believe them to be. Sometimes, without inquiry, we land up in hot water. Like hot weather, like getting too hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I notice I'm spending, just a sweet time with you, and love you're out of the heat now, I'm assuming. So
Yes.
thank you for bringing your smile to us today.
Thank you.
And, congratulations on that pregnancy. Oh, my goodness.
He's here too with us. Like I said, Katie, like I listen to you hours and hours a day, and just having your voice and your truth and your facilitation of love and helping create this beautiful place, helping us create this beautiful place that we live in is so impactful for him.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because it'll shift the way you mother.
It already has.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for that open mind of yours. Oh, my. Drats, honey. Dratsla.
I'd like to ask your help to detach from what I think has been a longstanding belief that I've had.
So what's going on? What's going on?
When I do the work, and as I go through life, I'm 47 years old now, I feel like I keep coming back to a sense that I'm not built in a way that others can understand. I'm not likable. I'm not relatable. And therefore, I'm not right in an ontological sense. And I'd like to ask your help in breaking free or detaching from that.
Okay. The first thing that comes to my head is that I really feel connected to you. I love your authenticity. I really love your authenticity. I love your courage to ask. You see how I'm meeting you? Don't expect it from everyone or anyone. It's so painful. And don't stop communicating and watch them leave you, watch them shame you, criticize you. Honey, be okay in yourself with who and how you are. And the people who leave you, that happens to the best communicators. It's just that you feel isolated in it.
I appreciate you meeting me where I am.
Oh, sweetie.
What I like is to be able to meet myself where I am, to give myself the self-love and not require it from others.
Well, honey, what is it? Give me one thing that you love about yourself. Just one thing that you love and appreciate about yourself. You're a clear communicator. You're very sensitive, authentic, visible, not hiding. You're courageous. Do you get I'm not making this up?
I'd like to ask you about one situation, if I may. When I was in high school for 2 years, I prayed every night that God would lead me to the college that God knew was best. And I felt led to a particular college. And while there, I had a lot of depression. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
walking across the campus on numerous occasions and feeling this sense that just felt realer than real, realer than my body, realer than anything I knew, that God could not accept me ever.
Oh, boy, what an assumption. What an assumption. Oh, my heart.
Whether I understood it or not, I think in hindsight, I must have misunderstood things, but I had the idea that as Christians, we have a relationship with God, with Jesus, and he talks to us and speaks to our heart. And I felt moved to attend a particular college, and then I felt like God abandoned me there. And now, over 20 years later, I think I'm starting to see that that's what I would call a mental construct. And so my idea of God and how he relates to me is something that's coming from inside of me.
Yeah, because you believe God that you rejected. That's what I'm doing here, sitting with you. We believe our thoughts, we suffer. We question them. We don't suffer. And I've come to see this is true for every human being. It's like Jesus or God hasn't deserted you. You believed your thought, and that created the distance. But you can't blame it on this power that is all consuming. I mean, it's just a thought came, you believed it, and you became disempowered.
A lot of times in my life, I feel like I'm being disrespected by others. One of the ways I feel like that is when I communicate at work or with friends, I don't get a response back, or they come flat out and say they don't understand me, or I feel like they want me to communicate different and they want me to be.
You feel that way, but when they don't understand you, you can always find different words to transmit the same idea. Sweetie, you're naming things that we all have experienced in our own way. One of the most prevalent ideas that I get from people is blank doesn't understand me. The world doesn't, people don't care about me. I mean, there are no new stressful thoughts. They're all recycled. And, I don't call this the work for nothing, honey. You could do a worksheet on God, because God won't mind. God is that is a term for all love for your true nature. But you could do a worksheet on God and question it and turn it around. And
Well, thank you, Katie.
well, everything you're saying is, I doubt there's anyone here that doesn't feel a connection with you. And your mind is so open. I mean, the thing I would want for everyone in the world, if I had just one wish, is an open mind.
I am coming to a place in my life where I'm starting to use terms like patterns or conditioning or ego, because I see these patterns over and over again. And it's hard, but it's working. And you've given us an approach with these 4 questions that is a way to combat the attachment to certain beliefs.
Yeah. Yes, honey.
But it just requires working over and 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 over.
Well, it's not done until it's done. And you certainly have the courage to take on the person that you most fear in the world, and that's yourself. Thank you, honey. Thank you for your courage. And please get back to us on what you find as you sit in your God work and your Jesus work. And thank you for your visibility.
Thank you, Katie.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh, you dears. Tom, you have a question, honey.
Hi, Katie. So lately, the work became more mental thing to me.
Ooh, that's not this work.
Yeah.
That's you not doing this work.
Yeah.
That's you, right. Maybe filling in a worksheet, questioning it, but I'm not hearing this work.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. So I do the work, I ask the 4 questions, I turn it around, but then that's all I do. So I have all these realizations, but I stuck there, you know?
Oh, live those turnarounds. Ooh, I know, live those turnarounds.
Yeah. And I think that's hard for me right now.
When you're looking at, you've worked a worksheet 1 through 6, and then when you're looking at 2, 3, and 4, you know, until you live those turnarounds, you know, where's the power? Where's the power? Self-realization until it is lived has no power. Mm-hmm. So, honey, I can't just sit in my room and because when I go out, if I'm not living the turnarounds, if I don't really have it in me, then as an agoraphobic, that's whoa. Oh boy, those worksheets are powerful.
Yeah, because unless I live it, or is that the right word?
And until you live it, self-realization has no power. No power. It's sitting alone. I'm so enlightened.
It's a concept too, right?
It's great until I have if I have no life. And I'm not being, trying to be facetious or anything. That enlightenment that you experienced, you can sit in that the rest of your life. And it's okay. But if you're going to find yourself needing to go to the bathroom or to go outside and the mailman sees you or the car that drives, it's the car driving by, it's living those turnarounds, Yeah. Because in this world, in this earth school, there's mind and then there's body, the illusion of body, the illusion of mind. Okay. So self-realization, that's the mind. Until it's lived, that's the body. Mm-hmm. Till they're working together, no power. No power.
Wow. Mm.
Like my walk this morning. How many years have I been doing it? Since the work found me, and I heard this voice inside and said, walk or die. Agoraphobic, walk in my house, where? It's just, oh boy. I could easily slip into that agoraphobic again because I've got this enlightened mind. I could easily slip into that, but the power of living, this living experience, this, as we call this life.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are no Buddha insights, for example. So I question, for example, the thought, it's hard to go for a walk with my dog. And then I question them and I turn it around and I see that it could also be true that it's easy to go for a walk with my dog. And I have this insight. It's very short. Then I don't go for a walk because I think, it could be easy, but I'm still sitting here.
Oh, yeah. So your ego talks you out of it. But then there is your worksheet. And the solution is there. You've worked it. You worked it. There is the turnaround. You don't have to walk. You know this world of cause and effect. And what would happen if you just followed the simple direction, your own? And just walked ahead of, this is ridiculous. This is just a living turnaround, and this, this negative, and just keep walking. Just follow the simple direction on your worksheet that you found as you questioned it and did the turnarounds.
Thank you. I think my ego is a little terrified.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
To do something else then.
Yeah. as an agoraphobic, walking and a car goes by and it's like, what do they think? And will they wave? And in my little hood. And I just turn around and I wave. They don't have to wave back. This is my life. And I wave not just because I know to do it. I've done it enough that it feels right in me. And I could be the neighborhood weirdo for all I know. I don't know, but I wave. I wave. So shoot me. But it's a big deal to people who, the believers. And rather than breaking through, we can do that too. But self-inquiry, it's this gentle way of living these turnarounds that make sense when they're followed by the 4 questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Take that beautiful yourself of yours out on a walk. Oh, Stephanie, honey, let's do the work.
Great morning, great day. I'm glad I finally made it. I live with the diagnosis of ADD. And it does play out sometimes, because there have been times that I've signed up for your talk and either I forget it or I overthink it in my mind. And, I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I'm not ready. And so I'm just glad that I pressed my way through.
Oh, and honey, congratulations that, because it's like a mountain too high to climb sometimes, and you fall right back down where you started. And and look at you.
Thank you. Thank you. I did download, I actually executed, and I downloaded the Judge-Your-Neighbor Worksheet.
Oh boy, kudos there. Read number 1 and give me the situation.
Okay. The quick backstory is this is about what I call my bonus son. He came from my late husband's first marriage. And it is he and his wife and their 4 children that are in this scenario here. This is something that has seemingly become more of an issue since my husband's death. What I'm about to share.
Well, he's closer to the siblings over there on that side than
he's closer to the family, the blood family.
Yeah.
But I have been in their lives. I've been in his life since he was 8 years old. I don't see the difference, but just based on the actions, it seems as though there's a designation for who I am in his life.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure I understand it, though you were very, very clear. And let's hear number 1.
Okay. I said, I am angry, I am sad, and I am hurt with him because I keep getting excuses when I express my desire to see my grandchildren.
Okay. So he gives you excuses each time you want to see your grandchildren.
Yes.
Is it true? Because your language is each time. That tells me I'm translating that as every time you want to see your grandchildren, each time he gives you an excuse. Is it true?
Yes.
So feel that.
I do. My heart hurts.
Yeah. When I say, how do you react when you believe the thought? Your heart hurts. Now, what goes on, the images in your head of the future, when you think the thought, he gives me excuses each time I express a desire to see my grandchildren. Anchor in a time and place where he's doing that. Notice the images in your head.
I feel disconnected. I feel disregarded. I feel unloved.
Rejected, like just thrown out of the family,
because it's like not just my husband died, but it feels like I died too, to them.
Now look at those images in your head. Not only did you lose your husband, you lost them. He's the proof of that in the situation where you're expressing a desire to see your grandchildren.
Yes, I see it.
You see those images? Okay. Now, who would you be without the thought? He gives me excuses each time I experience a desire to see my grandchildren. So now look at him. Is it on the phone or in person?
I'm on the phone because the most I can get is FaceTime.
Okay, so you're on the phone, FaceTime. Okay. Look at him. Without the thought, he gives me excuses each time I express a desire to see my grandchildren. Now just look at him. Get connected. There's your child. There he is. Amazing that he would even pick up when you call.
Mm-hmm. It is amazing because it doesn't always happen. It is amazing.
Honey.
It doesn't happen as much as I wished it would.
And yet, there he is. So just be there. Now ask him about his children. What do you think he would say? Ask him, like, how are the children? What's going on lately? How do you think he would respond?
When he does pick up the phone, then he hands the phone to them.
Incredible. I mean, in my world, that's amazing. And I don't have dishes piled up. They're not leaving leftover pee on the toilet and the lid up. I mean, it's just all over the house. I don't have their dogs and animals.
I long for that.
Of course you do. We do as mothers and fathers. We do. But we also take what we can get, and we're glad when they go home. There's some relief there. It's like, oh boy, I got my house back.
Mm-hmm. It just doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't happen right now. It is not happening right now.
Right now, he'll hand the phone to your grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. Right now, yes. I'm Nana over the phone.
You see, I've got some experience here, obviously. Why might that be a good thing? Why might that be something happening for you as opposed to you?
I'm searching to find the upside. I really am. I'm searching to find them because I don't like the feelings that I feel right now. I want to be free of the feeling of offense, of being offended, of taking it personally, because it just may not be personal. It may just be how he is, how they are.
Just imagine that, packing those kids up, bringing them, I mean, just how they are. I mean, I mean, look at the finances. Look at the energy. You have no idea how their automobile is if it requires a transit like that. I mean, no ideas. And these aren't things that you want to bring up. Those are things that eventually he'll offer up. But notice how you react on the phone when you have the thought that he's giving me excuses. How do you treat him when you're believing the thought? Listen to the shift in your voice when he's giving you those excuses. Notice your attitude. Notice the shift.
I look and sound like how I feel. I feel disappointed.
Now notice what percentage of that is blaming him for your disappointment. How much of that is punishing? You know the sound of your voice, and you know he knows the sound of your voice. And the way it can shift up and down. Notice how you react toward him on the phone. When you think the thought, how you react when you think the thought, it gives me excuses each time I experience the desire to see my grandchildren, and
I feel hurt.
And how does that show up? I mean, what good is feeling hurt if you don't show him how hurt you are? I mean, that's pure ego. Some of it's authentic, and some of it is, see how much is exaggerated.
I created an image of what being a grandparent is based on my experience with my grandparents.
Yes, honey.
And the closeness that we had and the love that we had. And it is my desire to give that love, and I feel cut off.
Yeah.
Feel cut off. It's like I keep coming like this.
Beggar.
And
beggar.
Yes, I feel like I'm begging and chasing, and I'm tired. I'm a dog that want to sit down.
Yeah.
I want to sit down. I want to go in another direction. I want to, do this and just go, bump it. Live your life. And I'll never bother you again. Because it feels like I'm bothering them. When you hear the disappointment that he hears is the
okay, ring.
Okay, ring it.
This is a ring. All right, you're him, and I'm you, and I want to. I have a desire to see my grandchildren. Okay, ring.
Hello.
Hi. It's me, and I want to see my grandchildren. What's up? How can we make a date?
Well, yeah, I know. You're right. We should. We will.
Oh, good. Okay, so tomorrow at noon, I'd like to come. Are you available then? Let me know. If I don't hear from you, I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow at noon.
And noon comes?
And I'm at the door.
And there's nobody there.
Okay.
I've lived that.
I did my part.
I lived that.
I did that. I want to see my grandchildren. I did that. I did my best. I'm not at the mercy of, I did my best, and I know it. Without punishing them because no one was home. And I heard them inside, by the way, and they're going, shh, be quiet, Grandma's at the door.
Were you there?
No, it's just, this is Grandma. It is, I love my grandkids, and I'm not going to call them on their stuff. I want to see my grandkids.
So the petty part of me wants to then say, I guess that's the punishment piece that you're speaking of. Okay, I was there for you, A to Z.
Oh, Grandma.
I was there. I'm in, this is in my head. I've been there for
Yeah.
you every time you call.
Oh.
I've shown up every time you asked. I've given you what I could when you asked me for it, with no hesitation, no reservation.
Honey, you are killing you. You're killing you.
Yes, I am.
And you're killing you, and they're taking the rap for it.
And I feel myself dying. I feel.
Yep. And when you're with them, you let it shows. It shows. That stuff in your head, that's what you're showing up with. And I think he probably gets it, but his wife, not so much. So she never met good Grandma.
But it's always the words. It's always the words. We love you. We love you. We love you. It's always the words.
But honey, take it in without all the housework.
And I wish I could feel it.
Honey, take it in. Well, how could you feel it when you're saying, after all I've done for them, state of mind running? Look to yourself. Oh boy, honey, I would never push something like this if I haven't been there, done that. He gives me excuses each time I express a desire to see my grandchildren. I give me excuses each time I express a desire to see my grandchildren, and my son turns it down. But the kind of excuses you give you are, I was there for them. Look what I've done for him, for them. I was there when they needed me. I give me excuses. Because when you're giving you that, you don't even know their side of the world, what he's going through with her, with them. Let's look at number 2. All of you're hearing me say a lot of words, and I have a lot of experience. But if you sit in number 1, for example, there is nothing I've said you're not going to find if you sit in number 1 on that worksheet. I haven't said one thing you're not going to find if you really get still and notice how you react on that phone call when you're calling to see your grandchildren and you're turned down. That question, how do you react when you think the thought, you turned me down? All of that in your head after all you've done for them. It's like, how much have we done for them that we didn't expect them to return in kind? So did we give it, or did we give it with an IOU note, or you owe me note?
I gave it out of love.
Yeah, and now it's running in your head like they owe you.
I just wish they loved me.
Well, you're assuming they don't.
So then what is love?
Well, love them unconditionally, and that'll give you the answer.
Repeat that, please.
Love them unconditionally if you want to, even with all their no's, their N-O's. Love them unconditionally, and you'll experience the answer to that. One of my sons didn't want to see me. That affected his wife. It affected my grandchildren. And I love my son, so I gave him what he wanted. I stopped calling. And then one day he called me and he said, "Why haven't you called, Mom?" And I said, "Well, honey, I just really got you. Didn't want me in your life. And I love you. I just want to give you that." So each time I didn't miss him when I thought about him. I thought, God, they're doing this great job. They don't need me. I've raised a great son. And the rest of the story is he called me and I told him I loved him and I just wanted to give him what he wanted. And I was going to continue to do that. And I'll just say it this way. It scared the hell out of him. And it shifted our relationship big time. And I'm so grateful for that. Integrity love, connection. I didn't disconnect from them just because we weren't living in the same home or visiting. Christmases, I'm not invited. Birthdays, uninvited. They're children in these little dance classes and growing up and one of my grandsons' Eagle Scout ceremony introduced the whole family to stand up and applaud. I'm in the back of the room, not one mention. But why was I there? I love my grandson. I love my son. I love my daughter-in-law. She's amazing. And I got to see how well they do without me. Imagine that, without me. I love that doesn't shift. At one of the recitals, I just sit in the back of the room in this auditorium because I didn't want to ruin their day. And I watched them all leave, like celebrating, happy. They're doing a thing in their home, uninvited. And I'd travel quite a distance to not be seen, not to interfere with their life. I love me. And this family has never been closer. Some kind of miracle, some kind of gift. You know, we all talk about unconditional love, but we have no idea what that looks like until it's lived. Let's look at want. In that situation, on the phone, number 2, what did you want him to think, say, feel, or do? In that situation where you wanted to see your grandchildren.
I wanted them to invite me over or to bring them to see me. I wanted to be with my grandchildren.
So contemplate. Rethink it. You want him to invite you over. Is it true? You have some idea what he's under. You want him to invite you over. Think of him. You love him. Think of him. You want him to invite you over. Is it true? And it's one syllable, yes or no. And don't look for the right answer. Look for the one in your heart that is true.
Is it true? Are you asking me, is it true that I want him to invite me over?
Well, that's what you wrote.
Yes.
So number 2, I want him to invite me over.
Yes. I want to be welcomed.
And how do you react on the phone when you think the thought, I want him to invite me over, to welcome me?
Right now?
No, on the phone.
On the phone, when I'm on the phone and I'm asking, can I come over?
And he's giving you excuses. And how do you react?
When can I come over?
And when he doesn't respond well to that one, how do you react?
I ask, why is it so big a deal that I come over, that I can't come over? Why is it so difficult to just say, yes, you can come over?
Now listen to his response. What does he say?
We gonna do it. We just been busy. Let me talk to her and find out a good time.
Okay, so I'll be you. Okay. I see you're doing your best. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
What else is new? What else is going on with my grandchildren? Tell me everything.
Yeah, I shut down.
Yeah, so there's a part, the ego's job, it's into winning and losing.
Mm.
And, in our attempt to win, sometimes we lose. And sometimes the way we're in our attempt to win, we lose with good cause.
Yeah. I'm in the losing column right now.
Well, we're sure looking at the reasons why in that situation.
Woo. I hear it. I receive it.
I want to be with my grandchildren. Turned around, I don't want to be with my grandchildren.
I don't know in what world, but okay.
Just take it in. I don't want to be with my grandchildren. This is like breaking into sacred ground for some of us, but complete honesty doesn't mean I don't love them. But turned around, I don't want to be with my grandchildren.
I don't want to chase being with my grandchildren because I'm losing.
That's a big one. That's one. If you find one, you can find two. Another example, I don't want to be with my grandchildren. I have one. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, because me saying I don't want to be with my grandchildren, I'm just repeating what you're saying because it ain't there yet for me.
Well, I sure don't want to convince you. I'm just just a little support here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can give me one if you would like to.
Okay, thank you, honey. I don't want to be with my grandchildren. My insisting on it, which seems to be the case, the fire I have to walk through. I don't want to be with my grandchildren because it stirs up all kinds of crap for my son at home.
When I'm in my righteous mind, I still think to some degree that he has not dealt with the death of his dad. He rarely talks about him, and I think that I'm a constant reminder.
Oh, sweetie.
As I try to tell myself to give grace for what feels like rejection.
Yeah. And I'm sitting here considering that as valid as anything I've heard so far. I don't want to be with my grandchildren. It brings pain onto him, just my presence.
But I didn't die.
Except maybe to him, who's not ready yet, who has a mom that checks in to see how he is, how he's doing.
Okay, I something just cracked and broke through. Yeah, I'm real clear about what I'm clear about. And I must admit to all of you who are total strangers, my ego has been driving this car.
And I'd like to add, very innocently. It's like we're the last to know.
I have to release. I must now release guilt, shame.
You know how I do that? I start over.
Because I am tired. I am emotionally wrung out. So, reset.
Yeah. You know what? That makes you the best mom, grandma in the world.
I kept saying to myself, well, who am I if I'm not loving them? If I'm not, it's the picture that I created in my head about what it means to be a grandma, to be a nana.
You don't have to walk away from that one. Just what you have just come to understand is how to be the best grandma. Doesn't look like other grandmas you've known in your life or read about. But this is you as best grandma, best mother.
So give them what they want, their space.
And call. How are the grandkids? How are you? And he'll respond or not. But no advice giving, no nothing. For me, just the sound of my children's voice. Just, that son. Just the sound of his voice on his voicemail was visitation. And all the images in my head of raising him and the things that we shared together and what I consider to be, this precious. And no one can take that from me. My sons don't have that power.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and you've got all kinds of power. You can call and say, I realize a visit is difficult for you, and send me pictures of my grandchildren. I'd love to see them. Just text them to me, and don't expect him to do it. You have all kinds of freedoms. And he's still speaking to you. That's pretty, that says a lot for you right there. Let's look at 3. All of you, all these words you're hearing from me, if you get still in your worksheet, just for all of this will come to you if your mind is open to it. We have a great teacher today. It shows us the way. Yes, 3. In that situation, to get what you want, what advice would you offer him?
I turned it into, for me, I shouldn't think I'm being rejected. I should accept what I can't control.
Oh, I think we're witnessing you do that. Let's look at 4. I think you're following. I think you're waking up to the possibility that it's, that as a way of life. And life can shift when we least expect it. But for me, I don't expect it. I'm happy with my part. I'm giving my children what they ask for.
Yeah, so now I need to rewrite what 4 is, because I have a greater awareness now.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I need to accept their love in the way that they show it, and to love them unconditionally. Jesus.
Exactly. And they're still answering the phone. Let's look at 5. In that situation.
Oh, the petty part? Oh, before I was speaking to you, yeah, I had it. But now I see it's me.
To read what you wrote, you're looking at an old identity, an old you, and it will come back. It's ego fighting for its life. And when, as deeply as you're experiencing this work, it's finding a home in you. home in you. And on the other side of our time together, go lie down somewhere, get still, and let this live in you.
What do I think of me in this situation?
What do you think of him or them in this situation?
Right. And I wrote, he's being selfish, immature, inconsiderate, holding a grudge.
Okay. He's being selfish. Turned around, he's being generous. So give me an example. In that situation, he's generous.
He answers the phone.
That's one.
He gives the phone to the grandkids.
Amazing. That's two. And when I want to know about my grandchildren and they hand me the phone, I want to know about their life. I don't want to say, oh, Grandma loves you and I miss you so much and all of that crap that's about me. That's about me. I'm calling to see about my grandchildren. What are you up to? What's your favorite thing today? How was school? What do you most love about school, honey? Oh my gosh, I love the sound of your voice. And put your sister on. I don't know how much time we're going to have together, but I love you. And I might not even say pass it on to your sister. I might just leave my son to do that. I want to know about my grandchildren.
That I do.
And they don't need to know about me and how much I love them and how much I did for their father or any of it.
No, I don't know. I do not. That rests in my head. The laundry list, that has been resting in my head. And I'm getting ready to evict that. That's usually what it is. It's just, hey, I'm so glad to see you. What have you been doing? Oh, and my granddaughter, you look so pretty. I love that dress you have on. You know, did you and Mama go shopping?
Honey, that is just so, gosh, you've got it. You've got that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Immature. In that situation, he's immature. And in that situation, I'm immature.
Mm-hmm.
In that situation, I'm inconsiderate. Where are you inconsiderate in that situation on the phone with him when you don't get visitation privileges?
I've started matching his energy. You know, there's that phrase that people use now, matching energy. So it's like, okay, if you're going to ignore me, I'm going to ignore you.
No, it's hi, honey. What's going on? What's going on? I think of you, with so much love and curiosity. What's going on? What's the best thing that happened to you this week? You know, what are the kids up to? What do you love? You have all the questions in you. It's not about me. It's about them I'm calling about. I'm not calling them so to give me what I want so I feel loved. You are loved. It assumes that you're not. And the question is, do you love when they turn you down for visitation? He's holding a grudge. Turned around. In that situation, I am.
Holding a grudge.
Yeah.
Because I'm human and it hurts.
So specifically, what grudges are you holding? Make a list. Where are you inconsiderate? Make a list. Where are you immature? Make a list. Where are you selfish on those calls? Make a list so that you know what the crimes are that you're asleep to. And you can't change what you're not aware of. So just getting in touch with them and writing them down can give them a whole other grandma, one that is safe.
I hear you. I'm just writing. You said make a list. So I'm actually.
Yeah, because it's important, or we tend the ego just takes it over. But self-realization is, it's the reset button, an authentic one that we can do more easily than the other. That we leave the phone call for better or for worse, knowing we've done our part. And we're not trying to trick them. It's authentic. Self-realization, until it's lived, has no power. It just becomes another self-con game. Okay, my heart, let's look at 6. In that situation, on the phone with him, where he's making excuses for you not to see the grandchildren.
What I wrote before we walk through this is, I don't ever want to experience feeling disregarded or ignored.
I'm willing to.
I'm willing to accept.
Nope.
No.
I'm willing to feel disregarded or ignored.
I am? Okay.
And I look forward.
I'm willing to feel disregarded and ignored.
And I look forward to.
And I look forward to being regarded,
disregarded, and ignored again.
Wow. Well, gosh darn it.
Well, why might that I have that? Why might I offer that up as number 6? Because it shows us, I'm so enlightened. Really call your son and be willing to feel disregarded and ignored again. Why? It'll give you another worksheet. Your work's not done. People talk about unconditional love. We're really looking at it, and
It's a dying to self.
Yes, it is. It's a dying to self. And it's a blessing on you, on your son, on his wife, on your grandchildren. Your grace shifts your world. And as a result, the world. One person, one shifting the life of one person changes everything. And that one person is you. If it's not you, then we have to wait for the rest of the world to change. All of you. The rest of the world has to change before I am happy. No. There's something off about that, and we all know it. People can be examples, but how can we live to be, live as one of those examples? We try, but how much of it is authentic for us? Well, just sitting with you today, Stephanie, you are the epitome of authenticity. And I'm very touched, and I look forward to hearing feedback from you, our teacher today, in your work. Oh boy, Loretta.
Oh, Stephanie, what a breakthrough. Wow. I feel so touched. I've learned so much. I also have grandchildren and a daughter-in-law. And I just I feel so touched and so blessed with this learning. Yeah. If I could, I would jump in there and just hug you. I just feel so much love. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh boy, this work has given me, it's given me 2 daughters that I didn't have before and a son. So by birth, I have two sons and a daughter. Then by some grace, I have their partners and these grandchildren. So I now have three sons and my daughter-in-laws. Oh, my heaven. And it wasn't always that way.
Yeah. So much learning. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
So many possibilities have opened up for me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Monica, honey, your takeaway from this stunning courage that we saw from Stephanie today. Oh.
I will get 60 in September. Stephanie and my eldest sister, she was so blessed and hurt and mad on me because I wanted to celebrate with separate parts of the family. I didn't want to bring all of them together, and she was so mad on me, and I didn't expect that. And to this afternoon, I found another cousin, and I said to her, I will be 60, and I want to invite you to a nice dinner when I come to Munich. And she was very open. And after the phone call, by accident, I opened a box where I keep notes from people who have passed away, from the sister of my father, and the cousin is her daughter. And I found a note. Thank you, Veronica. And the note was from 1997. Thank you, Veronica, that you invite me for dinner. And I don't know what energy is left with the father of your son, but isn't it amazing that I phoned with my cousin and I spoke about this dinner, and then I found this note of my aunt who is dead since 98, and she said, "Thank you for inviting me to the dinner. We don't know anything. When we continue to do the work and we are open, wonders can happen." That's what I wanted to say to Stephanie, that there's courage, that there's hope. We cannot, not even hope, but things can happen.
Yeah, we just do our part, which is what we've been doing anyway. It's just we do our part out of a kinder, more understanding, enlightened mind. It's really consideration of the other. And we're so full of love, we don't understand why they don't appreciate us, Well, these worksheets, oh my, what a, Stephanie, you sure grew a lot of us. Elaine. Hi, let me your takeaway from Stephanie's work.
So when you gave Stephanie the script about what she should say to her grandchildren, I got so much of that.
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear that. I have experience speaking. Oh, the pain of it is, the pain. It's like, but I had this work and I lived those turnarounds and I watched, on the football field, one of my grandchildren graduating and just to watch so I wouldn't offend anyone just by being there. That's the kind of grudges they were holding on me.
Oh, that's so helpful, Katie, because I have done so many worksheets on my parents that they're critical of me and they don't want to see me. And I find still when I get on the phone with them and they say something that I explain myself and try to convince them that I'm okay, that I'm worthy.
Isn't that torture? Because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They want us to hear about their lives. We can give them what we want for ourselves. We can give them what we want them to give us. We can give. And it is, Oh my gosh, the way they start opening up and trusting is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's magical. It's so funny, the ego's involvement when we love so deeply, how the ego can just twist it to own it. And who separated the family, who kept the family separated? Me, by wanting their love, approval, and appreciation. But this work showed me what we saw so clearly in Stephanie's work: how to listen, how to love, and expect nothing.
I love that. And I love when you said, like your son still talks to you. My parents pick up the phone when I call.
It's extraordinary. My son, my daughter-in-laws, my grandpups, I'll just say it simply, they love being with me. And then when they come, they want to mow the lawn and they want to do the dishes and they want all of that to spare me when I love doing it myself. But I give them that as well. And anything left over, I don't have to say anything. I just do it. Yeah, just pick the dog poop up out of the yard that they may have left behind.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, honey, you're so welcome. Oh, you're so welcome. Cynthia, your takeaway, honey, from Stephanie's work.
Just a shout out. Stephanie, thank you so much. The way that you showed your heart to us all, us strangers, as you pointed out.
Yeah, it's so funny. None of us ever met. There's the community of the world here, and we just say anything.
It was beautiful. I took notes, and I have so much wisdom from you, Stephanie. So much wisdom. My ego has been driving this car, and Katie's response, and very innocently, we are the last to know, was really amazing. And Stephanie's, I need to accept their love and the way that they show it, and love them unconditionally. Thank you for that.
Pearls of wisdom from a grandma, huh?
I need to accept their love and the way that they show it, and love them unconditionally. And that has been the message all along. And, I've renamed everything you do, Katie, with return to love. Thank you for that. Thank you for returning us all to love.
It's what we're born out of. And then the ego would take over and offer up Earth School, and which is a way of going back to our innocence.
I'm putting that ego into return to love too, because it's a part of it too. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, good one. Grace.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Grace. Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. Oh, it's lovely to be here. I want to thank Stephanie for her work. It was just wonderful. It was like this huge act of courage. She was saying at the beginning it took her a while to get here. And then I felt very grateful to be here.
All of you new to the work, it's like learning to ride a bicycle. It's a little wobbly at first, but you just stay with it until you can ride this bicycle, those 4 questions and turnarounds, and just notice the difference between justification and the work.
Yeah. And it was very, very courageous, and I was just inspired. So that's really my takeaway, is the inspiration for the courage to do that, and how there's this big act of courage, and then it's making peace. It's just then this beautiful peace that came through her work and that relief that I could be sensed. Yeah.
And Stephanie, as love would have it, if you're still on, and this is for all of us, it's our children will test us. One little measurement off, and they smell it, taste it before you do. And then as a result of sitting in your own work, you get it. You can admit it, apologize, start over, another worksheet. Oh, thank you, Grace.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks for your contributions. Yay, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, here we are. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific Time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.